It started like any other late-night stream in Las Vegas. Flashing lights, rambling dialogue, a couple strolling the strip with their camera rolling. But what happened next, no one saw coming. Because within moments, that stream would become the final broadcast of a man known as Finny and his wife, gunned down live by another YouTuber he'd been feuding with for years. The killer? A streamer named Manny Wise. And while the world is still processing how this even happened, the truth is, the warning signs were always there. This is the story of obsession, internet fame, and a feud that spiraled into real-life violence, broadcasted for the world to see. Manny Wise and Finny, real name Jerome, weren't your average YouTubers. They were part of a strange subculture, the 24/7 IRL streamers, people who walked around cities like Las Vegas filming themselves non-stop. Their channels were filled with hours of footage, showing them wandering the strip, interacting with strangers, and occasionally stirring up chaos. To their fans, it was raw, unfiltered entertainment. But to everyone else, it looked like something else. Obsession, instability, and a desperate need for attention. Both men had eccentric reputations. Manny, often seen dressed in strange outfits, sometimes painted like a clown or drag persona. Finny, on the other hand, was known for mocking Manny publicly, posting clips and memes that turned Manny into a running punchline. What started as petty online shade soon turned into something darker. Their online feud had been simmering for years. Finny constantly uploaded streams and videos targeting Manny, calling him out, clowning on his appearance, even mocking his wife. In response, Manny would rage online, threatening Finny in increasingly unhinged rants. But here's the disturbing part. People watched. They encouraged it. Viewers tuned in not to defuse the situation, but to see what would happen next. Manny's streams were filled with angry tirades, casual racism, including multiple uses of the N-word, and frequent references to catching Finny in real life. He wasn't subtle about it. The threats were out there, plain as day. Still, no one stepped in. Because who actually believed it would go that far? In one stream from almost a year ago, Manny stared into the camera, face painted, and promised to catch Finny in real life. He even mimicked gunshots. Boom, boom, boom. A warning? A joke? At the time, it was brushed off as just another outburst. But Finny didn't let it go. He doubled down. More memes, more live streams targeting Manny. Teardrops photoshopped onto Manny's face, shots at his wife. Finny's thumbnails became shrines of mockery. And Manny, he watched it all, fumed, built a playlist of rage in his mind. Their feud had become more than content. It was personal. On June 8th, 2025, just one day before the fatal shooting, Manny went live from his car. He wasn't vague about his intentions. He said he was looking for Finny, searching every casino. He called Finny his biggest fan, a sarcastic dig. But it was clear, this wasn't just talk. "I'm dying to see him," Manny said, laughing. "You better believe it." He taunted Finny, dared him to show up at a Vegas bar. No one realized it then, but this wasn't just content anymore. It was a real-world manhunt, and it was about to end in blood. Less than 24 hours later, Finny and his wife went live. Just another casual stroll through Vegas, chatting with their followers. But in the background, eagle-eyed viewers noticed something. Manny. He had found them. Without warning, Manny approached and pulled the trigger. On a live stream, the video showed Finny collapsing, his wife caught in the crossfire. Viewers watched in horror as the feed cut out, leaving nothing but silence and confusion. The video was quickly taken down, but copies were already spreading. The internet doesn't forget. The aftermath was instant and brutal. Manny's channel was flooded with rage, shock, and disbelief. Finny's past videos became eerie time capsules, documenting a feud that ended in murder. Viewers started combing through old streams, connecting dots no one had taken seriously before. Manny's threats, Finny's provocations, the cycle of taunts and responses. It was all there. And suddenly people were asking, why didn't anyone stop this? Manny was arrested soon after. The evidence? Overwhelming. A live-streamed shooting, documented threats, a digital breadcrumb trail that left no doubt. He's now facing what could be life in prison. But the story doesn't end with him. Authorities are also investigating whether Manny's wife, who was present at the scene, had prior knowledge of the attack. If she did, she could face charges of culpable homicide. And the public? They're left stunned, because this wasn't just another internet fight. It was a cautionary tale about obsession, mental instability, and the dangers of turning people's pain into content. This wasn't just two creators fighting for views. It was a slow-motion train wreck, fueled by ego, rage, and a never-ending hunger for online validation. Finny didn't deserve to die. Manny didn't have to become a killer. But when you mix mental instability with public provocation and non-stop streaming, this is what happens. It's easy to laugh at internet drama, to watch the chaos from a distance, but sometimes the distance disappears, and what's left is a tragedy no one can undo. So next time you're watching creators go at it, ask yourself, is it just content, or is it a warning?